There we go. Hey, can you hear us now? Can you hear us now? Mic check, check, check. Do we have sound now? Do we? Okay.
So sound.
No sound, bros. Can you hear us?
Yeah, but so sound? So sounds.
Check,
So
check.
Shawnee.
Can you hear us? Okay. All right. So we really just kind of spent most of that time talking about all of that when only Twitch could hear us, but that's okay. So we were talking about the Seahawks and how that game went down, and what kind of a Seahawks fan are you to either blame the referees or know that the Seahawks sometimes don't show up to play the way that they normally should? Because you can't blame the referees because that's undisciplined play.
Yeah.
You can't blame Janikowski because that's one kick. Kickers miss kicks every once in a while, as long as he's not Blair Walshing it. But you could go to the argument, the fact that that one extra point could have not taken them to overtime and they would have won the game. So there is that aspect.
Yeah, I mean that's math, but 1 point.
That's math.
But I mean, if you'd been able to complete some passes and get into field goal range at any point during that 3-hour game.
Absolutely. And that's kind of what I was saying is a lot of undisciplined play. I listened to an interview with Pete Carroll, and Pete Carroll was saying, like, even those penalties that you probably thought were being called kind of like flagrantly was like, he watched the videos and he was like, yo, there's hands on there that shouldn't, like, you shouldn't be grabbing guys the way that they were grabbing guys. Like, it was just undisciplined play, and there's no reason for the Seahawks to be losing or even that close to the 49ers. Do they deserve a playoff spot after that play?
I would like to think so.
You would like to think so. I would like to think so too, but lose to the 49ers in that fashion?
Yeah, but like you said, the undisciplined play, that happens to a lot of even good teams later in the season. You know, I've seen it before.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying is does that bad play warrant them a spot in the playoffs? I mean, they outplayed the Vikings when they're at their best. They played them great. I think that game where they played the Packers not too long ago was up there on some of the better football play towards the latter half of the game.
Yeah, that
they've played all season. That in the Vikings game, but that's not what we saw here in San Francisco.
No, it's not. It was just bad.
I think it was more than just bad, man.
Careless was all of the above.
Just horrible, shoddy, sloppy, undisciplined play, man. Very disappointing. And I would hate to see the Seahawks go into the playoffs, play against a good team, and show up like that. That would be embarrassing. Not that I have any stake in it. You know, obviously I don't play for the Seahawks, but that's horrible. That was bad. You're talking about that Pats game, dude. That Pats game, dude. I'm telling you, Devin wants to talk about the Pats game.
I didn't actually watch the Pats.
You didn't watch it?
No.
So I went back and looked at some of the highlight plays. I didn't get to watch all of it because I was working, but man, from what I'm seeing, the Patriots just, I don't know what's going on with them the last 2 weeks. That's 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
Not looking good for them. Houston just passed them in the playoff picture too.
Yeah, Houston's already clinched.
Well, have they clinched?
Yeah.
They're clinched? No, they're not.
Oh, that's what it said up above.
No, they're not clinched. They're not clinched.
Oh. Okay.
They're just in a 2 spot. So if they have the X next to their name, yeah, they moved up.
Damn you, NFL, trying to make it easy and I make it difficult.
Because technically...
Oh, so it's just the Chiefs and the Chargers.
Yeah, so technically, yeah, if they're whatever division for the South, whoever's next to them would be like maybe a game or 2 back. If the Texans win next week, my assumption is that they'll clinch. The Seahawks are not good. Jay Trinkline, sorry.
Yeah,
no, they're not.
Just because he's a goddamn Rams fan.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
That's sad, man.
How many touchdowns has Jared Goff thrown for in the past 3 weeks?
How many interceptions has he thrown in the last 3 weeks?
7. I know how cameras work.
Dude, Red Zone had both of the games, and Elizabeth and I were watching. I don't smoke, but I went out to smoke and came upstairs, and she said the Pats lost. Dude, it's Belichick. Are you sure it's Belichick? Maybe it's time to move on from the GOAT. Bartolo Colon has better numbers than Tom Brady. How many Super Bowl losses does Bartolo Colon have?
0.
All jokes aside, though, I think that might be the start of the end of an era for them if it continues to go down this road the next couple weeks.
It could.
Do you see the Patriots in the playoff or the Super Bowl this year?
No.
I don't either. I think there's much better teams.
He's
calling plays, bro.
Patriots.
Yeah. Well, that's not true.
Yeah. Well, I want there to be then.
How many Super Bowl wins does he have? I'm not sure, but how many interceptions has he thrown? What's the comparison number for the interceptions of Bartolo Colon and Tom Brady? I'm curious of that. I'm pretty sure Bartolo Colon has less. That's funny. All right, moving on. I don't want to make this a super long video this week, man. I don't want to have a super long one. So if there's anything else that you saw that jumped out at you during this week.
Man, I watched Red Zone with you in the morning, and then I watched the Seahawks game, and then I took a nap.
I like watching the Browns win.
Yep.
I like watching the Chargers win. That was a great ending to the game. I don't know if you watched that one. I did watch that. That one was a phenomenal game. Can't count on them, but I don't see the Chiefs either. Pats aren't going. Hots picked up a new running back. 149-0. Man, you guys, man. All right, so yeah, the ending to the game, there was a lot of bad calls on both sides of the field. Realistically, like I've watched a couple people say, oh, they favorited the Chargers, blah blah blah, or whatever. But
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think there was just bad calls on both sides of the ball, and really, Go ahead. Oh, hey, all right.
Finish your thought.
Really, if you just like sit there and watch it, like there was bad calls on both sides of the field. They weren't favoring anybody. Just one happened to favor the other a little bit more. And honestly, I think the Chargers are a better team anyway. All around, not offensively, but as an all-around whole, as a team, I think the Chargers are better. That 2-point conversion, though, man, like that was a gutsy call, and I like it. That's what I want to see more often.
Like I said the whole season, I've seen what everyone else has seen. I haven't been real favorably impressed with Phillip Rivers later in the season, but man, he looked good in that game.
Right?
And he has been looking good, and that was just – he made that 2-point conversion look like it was no big thing. Like it was just like, no, here we go. Bink.
Just throwing it out there. Yeah. No. Who was covering him, dude?
Nobody.
He was
all by himself.
Open.
In the not even in the corner of the end zone. There was nobody there.
Yeah. It was so open.
And that was their best receiver or second best receiver or something like that.
Yeah,
I can't remember who made the catch. Same guy who caught the touchdown pass, but
I don't remember what his name is. I think his name was
name.
Williams, something Williams. But
is it Williams or Washington?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I think we have a big chance to beat the Chiefs. We're going to bounce back off a horrible and embarrassing loss to the 49ers. It was awesome. It was wide open, broken coverage. Absolutely. I don't know about the Chiefs. The only way I see the Seahawks winning against the Chiefs is if they bench star players going into the playoffs. Do you really see the Chiefs losing in Seattle to Seattle after, like, I mean, I feel like I'm changing my tone on the Seahawks week by week, but they looked really good 2 weeks ago, and even then, I still didn't think that they would beat the Chiefs. Their offense is too stout.
Yeah, but, I mean, they kept up with the Rams. I mean, they lost both of those games, but not by very much.
Not by very much, no, but they did lose. And they were high-scoring games because they had a little bit – I don't know, man. What's the Chiefs' rushing defense look like? That's what I want to know.
I'm not sure.
Dude.
The 31st defense.
Dude. That's what I'm saying, though. Is like they don't play defense. The Rams have a good offense. The Chiefs have a good offense. The Rams have a little bit of a better defense than the Chiefs do. A little bit. If you can't beat the Rams in this scenario, how are you beating the Chiefs in this scenario? I don't know. You tell me how you see the Seahawks winning. Do you know I can't smell peanut butter with your left nostril? You probably...
See, I told you.
What? Is that real?
Yeah. Remember we were talking about that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I told you that.
I heard Sanders turn down the Hawks. I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
Chiefs
Barry
defense.
Sanders.
Oh. Whatever. You're
that took you way too long.
Cam Newton equals Tim Tebow. Well, you know what? The difference between Cam Newton and Tim Tebow is Tim Tebow isn't out here getting hurt and
Tim Tebow's playing great baseball.
Playing awesome baseball. And Cam Newton's out here getting hurt and not playing weeks 16 and 17. Don't know if you heard that.
No, I had not heard that.
He is out for the rest of the season. Cam Newton is out.
Huh.
Yep.
Well, can't say that I care.
Can't say that I care either. But the Saints won barely. They should have demolished them, but barely won. Saints pull it off.
Yeah, well, we're just talking about Jared Goff.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Breaking
Drew
it
Brees
down.
hasn't really been doing all that great
No,
either.
he hasn't been doing too hot either. Somebody is breaking down these offensive structures and watching some good film and passing it around the NFL, I think. It's a conspiracy. Time of possession, run it all day. I agree. His career is done as well. Colin, I don't know if his career is done, but I don't really see him in playoff positions for a while. And I haven't in a while. So, all right. So as it stands right now, we got the Chiefs, Texans, Ravens, Chargers, Pats, and Steelers in the playoffs. Out of these teams in the AFC, who do you see winning? I put money on the Chargers.
You know, honestly, after what I saw this last week, I would go with the Chargers as well.
I've been saying this for weeks, man.
I know.
Dark horse, Chargers. I'm telling you, they're going to come in, they're going to ride through the freaking storm, and they're going to win this one, dude. The Chargers are going to the Super Bowl in the AFC. I'm calling it. I've been calling it. Saints, Rams, Vikings, Seahawks, Bears, Cowboys. This one really is kind of a toss-up for me. Honestly, I could see
You know what?
I don't see the Rams going in.
Give me the Bears.
I was going to say the Saints or the Bears, but I see the Saints a little bit more than the Bears. The Saints are a little bit more consistent. Yeah, Drew Brees hasn't been playing as well as he has been, but the weapons are there for him to kick it back a little bit more. And I don't think Trubisky is going to – I don't think Trubisky – he's going to have some rust out there. And when it – well, not rust because I don't think – they've never been to the playoffs. But when he goes out into the playoffs, when he makes it there, he's not going to – it's going to be a different.
Yeah, but Drew Brees has, slower receivers. That's where, people started to figure out. And the Bears,
Alvin Kamara is a beast. You don't need.
I'm not saying they're bad.
Okay.
I'm saying that they're not like who's that guy on the Chiefs? The one that the Ravens tried to block with a freaking linebacker.
I'll take your bet, Jay. I will take your bet. He's saying 20-1 for $20 that the Rams win the Super Bowl. I'll take your bet, and I'll do it through Eric.
I think you're delusional, Jay.
I will bet $5. So you give me 100 when the Rams don't even make the Super Bowl, and I'll take your bet. I'll take that bet. Phillip Rivers deserves it. I agree, Colin. I think so. I feel that it's been a long time coming. The dude has gotten so much flack since the the trade of Drew Brees and Phillip Rivers that he got the worst end of the trade. But he's always been a contender. I honestly, and I said it about Joe Flacco, I'll say it about Phillip Rivers. I think he's a Hall of Fame quarterback too.
Yeah.
How can you not be a Hall of Fame quarterback with the caliber of Phillip Rivers, other than not winning the Super Bowl? But there's been non-Super Bowl winning quarterbacks in the Hall of Fame before.
Yeah, Dan Marino. I mean, not that Phillip Rivers and Dan Marino are the same. Two different, but whatever.
Big picture, Phillip Rivers is an elite quarterback and always has been. Maybe not season to season.
Sure.
Not always like Phillip Rivers is one of the top 5 best quarterbacks of the last 10 years consistently. But
this year he is.
This year he has. Maybe 3 years ago he was.
Sure.
There's always been consistency with him in being in the hunt of playoffs, even when they're bad. Like a bad team. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Saints are going to the Super Bowl. Falcons are looking to Derek Bevel. I think you mean Daryl Bevel. Rams are going to fold in the playoffs. I wish I was there. I miss you guys. Rams have been getting exposed for weeks. I don't even know if it's them getting exposed so much as I feel that it's Rams maybe not just been playing that good.
What I think I've been seeing is people have been getting to Jared Goff, and he doesn't like it.
No.
And he kind of cracks under the pressure. And by kind of, I mean he cracks under the pressure.
You know what another thing is instead of cracking under the pressure, from what I've been noticing is that, and it's still technically cracking under the pressure, but to get a little bit more, getting more in depth, he gets flustered really easily and like chucks the ball away when he has pressure on him. Did they lose an offensive lineman that was really crucial to their
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, their lineup, I guess. Super Bowl odds: Saints 3-2, Rams 5-1, Chiefs 7-1, Chargers 7-1, Patriots 8-1, Steelers, Bears 14-1, Seahawks 25-1. Damn. 30-1 at the beginning of the season. It's all good, Justin. Don't worry about it. I'm still taking the Chiefs or the Chargers. As it stands right now, I see the Super Bowl being the Chargers and the Saints. And when those two teams meet, I'm going to take the Saints. That's where I'm standing right now. The Bears were 100-1. That's insane.
Damn.
They definitely changed it around, and I like it. I'm a big fan of that. I like seeing the Bears do good. I've never had anything against the Bears. Nothing against the Bears. All right, man. So, what are your predictions on this one? AFC. Who do you see in the AFC in the championship here right now? In the ship.
What, two teams?
What team do you see being in the Super Bowl in the AFC?
Well, I said the Chargers, so
Chargers.
I want to stick with that.
All right. And then when it comes to the NFC,
the Bears.
You're sticking with the Bears right now? All right. So Eric's saying that we're going to have a Chargers-Bears Super Bowl. I'm saying Chargers-Saints. Obviously, I feel like that's probably going to change, and it might not, but I feel like it might change later on as we get deeper down into the season.
I'd like it to be.
I would like it
Texans,
to
but
I'd like it to be the. I'd like it to be the Seahawks and the friggin' Browns.
Well, yeah, ideally.
I'd bet that. The Mac trade punished the line. Saints. I like it, Colin. I'm a big fan of that. You got some good insight, brother. All right, man. So let's move in.
He agreed with you. I know. You can't fool me, damn it.
Hey, you hush your mouth.
All right, this guy's a genius.
Super smart. This is a smart guy.
Look at the big brain on Brad.
Let's move on to our picks of the Saints and Bears, Justin says. Let's move on to our picks of Week 16.
What? Oh.
So, because, the Saints and the Bears are in the same division.
Yeah.
But it's all good. I wasn't going to say anything, but...
Yeah, that's why I was just going to let it slide, and then whatever.
It's all good. Redskins are playing the Titans in Tennessee. Not a very exciting matchup for the first game of the week. Which Tennessee Titans are going to show up to play? That's always the question, because the Redskins are riddled with injuries right now. Riddled. And I'm not even just saying that because their quarterback went down. I'm also saying that because Adrian Peterson has been questionable the entire season, and I only know this because of my fantasy team. And the guy is always like, the offensive line is hurt. Adrian Peterson is hurt. blah, 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 blah. The Washington Redskins won last week against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
They did. Yeah, they called some guy who was, once again, I think he was out in the yard playing with his kids, and he's like, hey, you want to be a quarterback?
You want to play quarterback for a day?
And he won.
Crazy, dude. Crazy, dude. Who was the quarterback for that one? It wasn't Mark Sanchez, was it?
Mm-mm. Because he's hurt.
Top passer. Who the hell is Josh Johnson?
He looks like the freaking neck guy.
The neck guy. AFC, it's Pittsburgh. NFC, it's the Rams. Hey, man, I'm taking your bet. I'll give you $5 for your 100, Jay. Eric's going to tell me whether or not you man up to your word.
Oh, he will. Although he still owes me a 6-pack for the World Series. Or
He sounds like a real betting man. D says Titans. I'm hoping the Titans spank that ass. Okay. Well,
honestly, I was pulling for the Redskins.
I was pulling for the Redskins also. I would like to see the Redskins finish with a winning record after the injuries that they've been just slammed with. I'm going to take Tennessee in this one, though.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee's going to win it. Is that how you feel, too?
Yeah.
Taking Tennessee?
I would be happy to be wrong in this, but I just I don't think so.
All right, so I saw some text or some messages here. She said, "Go Hawks, Barbara, Seahawks." All right, I like it. Justin Johnson or something, or Josh. Oh, Josh. Yeah, no. So I think he was like playing, like touch football in his mom's backyard, and they were like, "Ooh, he can throw."
Yeah. Yeah, he was actually an extra in that Levi's commercial with Brett Favre. That's how he got.
He was a look-alike of Brett Favre.
Right. Oh, yeah. I'm not touching that.
I'm not touching that one either. All right, Ravens are playing the Chargers in Los Angeles.
You mean not San Diego?
Not in San Diego. Shout out Stephen A. Smith.
Man, I think the San Diego Chargers got this.
Oh my gosh.
As long as Hunter Hudson or who?
Hunter Henry.
Hunter Henry.
I'm watching this game, and I think Hunter Henry is going to be a big factor.
He's going to go off.
Oh my gosh. I'm taking the Chargers, though. All jokes aside. I think the Chargers are going to finish out.
Yeah,
Ravens D has been good, though.
I was going to say, after watching the Ravens and the Chiefs game,
Lamar Jackson has been looking pretty decent as well.
I'm actually going to go with the Ravens.
You're taking the Ravens?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Fair enough. Browns versus Bengals. Bengals, man. At the beginning of the season, I was so hyped on them. I was like, yo, they're looking good finally. They look good.
Yeah.
And then they pooped the bed again.
And Andy Dalton forgot to do his kegels. And plus, he's a ginge. So.
Plus, he's a ginge. You got to squeeze it
in.
Yeah,
even though he's not even playing, I'm still squeezing that in.
I'm taking the Browns at home. The Browns will win this one against the Cincinnati Bengals.
Absolutely.
Weird because Favre was in Wranglers commercials. Sink Miss SJ's garage. I know I miss Sink. Sink. Chargers 2. As a Raiders fan, I just wanted the whole season to be forgotten. Traded away Khalil Mack and Amari Cooper. And just signed Nathan Peterman. Don't trust Gruden. Last time he coached the Raiders, he built them up to leave to Tampa and beat us in the Super Bowl the following season. Man, that sounds like some salty feelings you got over there, man. And I feel for you, dude. I really,
that's rough, man.
deep down feel for you. But I was saying it since, like, I found out John Gruden was going to be the head coach. I didn't think it was a good idea for John Gruden to be there. And the only reason why he's there right now, after retiring and taking in some stock from the Oakland Raiders in an ownership position, that's the only reason why he's there. He's gutting the whole thing and he's making it his own. And this is going to be a completely new team 5 years from now. And in Vegas, they will be Super Bowl contenders.
And that's
all those draft picks.
Man, that's tough to see as well.
As
not me
Oakland
as a Raiders
fan.
Yeah, as an Oakland Raiders fan, that your last couple seasons, or is this the last season or second to last season?
So from what I'm reading is they're like trying to pull some contractual bullshit against Oakland as a city and moving them early, when I think they should be playing another 2 seasons in Oakland. Don't quote me on that.
I don't know exactly.
They should be playing a season or 2 left in Oakland. But
okay. Yeah.
If he leaves for another team again after building them up, I'm calling the FBI. I would too, man.
Yeah, man, collusion.
That's collusion.
I think Putin had a hand in it as well.
Yeah.
But all jokes aside, though, I do feel for the Oakland fan base there that their memories of the team are going to be that.
Hey, you know what? And I feel for it even more so than you think, just because of this right back here.
Yeah.
We get it, man. We understand, and it sucks. At least you know that it's leaving in 2 weeks or 2 seasons from now, though.
That's true.
At least you know that. So I'll give you that one. But Colin, you
got to hand it to Raiders fans, man. Jesus.
Yo, Raiders fans are savages, man.
And they're everywhere.
They're everywhere. I can go to like Cuba and there's a dude with like a weird mustache and some short shorts with an Oakland Raiders jersey.
I was out there in Republic deer hunting, and I went into town to just be in town for a little while. And it happened to be Sunday, and Republic was a town of like 1,000 people. There was 3 guys sitting there with Raiders jerseys on.
It's crazy.
What?
We left off on the Bengals and the Browns.
We did.
Got a little sidetracked.
We both picked the Browns.
Both picking the Browns. Going to Tampa Bay versus Dallas in Dallas.
God damn it. You're going to make me say it.
I'm going to take Tampa.
Oh, thank Christ. I'm going to take Tampa too then.
I'm going to take Tampa. It's kind of a stupid pick for us to take Tampa, really, honestly.
It is.
But every once in a while, throughout the season, there's been times where Tampa is like, whoa, Tampa's doing that. And then I pick them again, and it's like, okay.
Although, didn't they? What did they do last week?
Last week they were
lost to
8 points away from the defense of the Ravens.
Yeah. What's their defense?
They're third in offense, 28th in defense.
Against the 5th ranked.
Against defense? The 5th ranked defense of the 21st offense. I'm still going to take the Bucks. I'm still not. And they're all of you Cowboys fans out there, I'm still not sold on the Cowboys. Still not sold on passing. No. What are you talking?
Right here.
Oh yeah. Okay. I see that.
Yeah, I know numbers.
Okay. Yep. I'm gonna take Tampa.
I thought that was a stupid pick, but
it is kind of a stupid pick.
I don't know if it's that bad of a pick, honestly.
Okay. Well, hey, you know what?
I think this is going to be a better game than we think it is.
It might be.
I'm just not going to pick the Cowboys.
I'm not picking the Cowboys either. They're too inconsistent. And and I don't like the Cowboys.
Yeah,
So.
that's really all I'm going on is I just don't like the Cowboys. So
Okay.
hey, whatever.
The Vikings versus the Lions in Detroit. Tell me what you think.
I'm going with Minnesota on this
Minnesota. I was thinking the same thing. All right. I don't think we need to discuss that one any further.
No.
Bills versus the Patriots. This one's in Gillette. So.
Oh, it's in Gillette?
Yeah, it's in Gillette.
I'm going to go with the Patriots.
I'm picking the Patriots also.
I
could see them losing this one, though. But it is in Gillette. And the only reason why I'm saying.
Well, and they're second to last in offense.
Yeah.
Oh, they do the second. Well, anyway.
I'm taking the Pats.
Yeah.
Okay, Jets versus the Packers. This one's going to be crazy. It's in the Meadowlands.
I'm actually going to take the Jets.
I'm going to take the Jets, too. I'm going to take the Jets. I don't think the Packers have been playing all that well. And the Jets have been, from what I understand, the Jets have been pretty consistent. They beat the Bills week 14. They lost to the Titans by 4 week 13. They lost to the Patriots 27-13. Where's the Jets at here? They had a bye week this week? Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, I'm still taking the Jets.
Yeah.
As everybody else here are doing. Points equals yards minus 222 divided by 5.9. Packers. What's up, fellas? Dennis, thanks for joining us.
Up,
we miss you, Dennis. Eagles in Philadelphia are playing the Texans. You got to take the Texans. Ooh, okay. I got to take the Texans here. Why are you taking the Eagles?
Because
Foles? Because they beat the Rams?
Well, they did beat the Rams, and I can't recall the whole Texans schedule off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure that a lot of those wins are against teams with a losing record.
I don't even honestly don't even care about that.
And I think the
Eagles are just too inconsistent and too injured-riddled to keep up with the Texans' offense. The Eagles' defense isn't good enough to score on the Texans' defense.
I'm still sticking with the Eagles.
I'm not saying the Eagles won't score against the Texans. I'm just saying Texans will put up more points because of that defense. Aaron Rodgers is going to bust out. Pack. Eagles. Big Dick Nick is back. Hey, that's my name, dude. Don't give Nick Foles that. That's mine. I forgot somebody wanted to tell me how many points did the Cowboys. 0! Shout out Bleacher Report. Okay, so you're taking the Eagles?
Yeah,
I'm taking the Texans. All right. Falcons, Panthers. Taking the Falcons. Cam Newton's out.
Taking the Falcons.
Cam Newton's out. Giants, Colts. Giants got shut out last week, I think.
Yeah, I think they also scored 0 points.
0!
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did. Against the Titans. Rough stuff.
Don't you look at me like that, Alphonse.
I'm going to take the Colts. I think the Colts got shut out last week too, didn't they? No, they shut the Cowboys out.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
They did the shutting.
Yeah, they did the shutting. I'm taking the Colts.
Yeah, definitely taking the Colts.
Jaguars, Dolphins. Taking the Dolphins. It's in Miami.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Dolphins.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
It's just a game like I don't even really care about
Well, and
that
that's such a
one.
hard one to pick too, because it's like, what team are we gonna see?
Dennis says, just so you know, no Houston team has ever won in Philadelphia. They're like on a 20 lifetime for Houston team.
Oh,
I don't.
wow.
Still taking Houston.
And I'm still picking the Eagles.
All right. Where were we at? Rams, Cardinals.
Really?
Rams.
Yeah, all day.
Bears, 49ers.
Bears.
Easy. Steelers, Saints. This one's a little more difficult to pick.
Honestly, I think I'm
I
going
want
to
to take the Steelers as well.
I know we were just talking about, the Saints going to the Super Bowl and all that. But,
the Saints still need a little, like, to get them to know, like, hey, you ain't all that. And the Steelers are the team to do that, just the way they did it to the Patriots last week. Chiefs, Seahawks. Unfortunately, I'm taking the Chiefs. Kills me to say it. Are you going to pick the Seahawks?
I am going to pick
You're
the
going to
Seahawks.
pick the Seahawks? I hope you're right. Raiders versus the Broncos. Broncos just lost to the Browns.
Just because of the rushing and the Chiefs defense.
I could see it. I can see the Seahawks winning, but legitimately don't think the defense is as good enough to keep up with stopping that offense to let the Seahawks score enough. Does that make sense?
Well, and we'll also see
The Seahawks defense can't stop the Chiefs' high-octane offense enough to allow the Seahawks to score enough to keep up with them.
That probably would be true, but I think the X factor there is that the Chiefs are already going to the playoffs.
Like I said,
so
if the Chiefs bench people, I'm taking the Seahawks, but I am picking the starting Chiefs. And if they don't start, then I was wrong, and I'll just have to live with that.
I think it's going to come down to their bad defense and the Seahawks' good rushing.
The Seahawks don't have a good enough defense to stop the offense of the Chiefs to get the offense to score enough. The offense isn't that good.
I'm still picking the Seahawks.
All right, hey, it's okay. Oklahoma City needs to give Seattle their team back. Dude,
Thank you.
Sonic Skate, watch it. Free stuff. Houston Music for 20 lifetime in Philadelphia. I'm betting the over. Your comment?
No, okay. I think you tried to delete the comment or something.
Saints are at home. I'm going with the Seahawks, and I'm not a Seahawks fan. Hey, I hope you're right, man. Fro, we missed you, man. Good seeing you, Fro. 15, totally different since Kareem Hunt has been suspended. I think, hey, you know what? You might.
Why are you trying to delete everything, huh?
I'm not trying to. I'm trying to like it, and it won't let me. I can't like anybody's comments anymore for some reason.
Just know he likes everything.
I like everybody's comments. I just want you guys to know when I see it, just so you can be like, oh, okay, I recognize you. But
you better recognize.
All right, so we're on the last pick of the week. It's Denver versus Oakland, and I'm taking Denver, man. Taking Denver. Taking Denver. Oakland had that big win. I don't know if it was last week or the week before. Big win over somebody.
They lost this past weekend.
They lost?
Yeah.
No, it was the week before. They had a big win.
And they always play, that's
better
another one of those
in
teams
prime time.
That they always play good against Denver.
Right. So you're taking Oakland?
I want to.
You want to? You should do it.
All right, I will.
Okay. All right. Oakland it is. All right, guys. I have to use the bathroom. If you want to talk for a minute, or if you want to just shut it off, I got a little bit of plugs to do. But if you got something to talk about,
I really don't And I mean,
I was
unless
trying
you
to
want
cut
to go
it.
to the bathroom and then talk about
Okay.
the Pro Bowl.
We can
don't
talk
have
about the
to.
Pro Bowl when I come back, and then we'll close it.
Okay.
I'm going to use the bathroom real quick. Maybe read some of these comments and react to some of these people talking real quick.
All right.
I don't know. I'll be right back.
Let's see here. Jay says Chiefs beat the Seahawks 38-15. I don't think so, man. I think it's good. I want to see the Seahawks win, obviously, but even if the Chiefs win, I think it's going to be closer than that. Really do. I think you got Frank Clark in there on the defense. He's been slapping people around. And then Pogo Ford and Jaron Reed. That was one of the few bright spots in that game last week with the Seahawks and 49ers. I like that combination. And we'll see. I don't know, maybe putting some pressure on Patrick Mahomes. He'll look like your boy Jared Goff and just be throwing around all willy-nilly. I don't know. That's what I'm hoping for, though. Oh, good Lord. How do computer do stuff? Oh, they're going to get a rain out.
Rain out?
Yeah.
Where's that?
I think he's talking about the Chiefs Seahawks, but I'm not sure.
I don't know. Maybe. Facebook has been having issues. Chiefs beat the Seahawks 38-15. Hey man, when you pay me my $100, then we can start talking about some football. I'm hoping they won't show that game so we can get a rain out. Okay, a blackout? You mean? A rain out? I don't know. Okay, so Pro Bowl. I was really unimpressed with all of the picks that really popped up there. I don't have them pulled up off the top of on the screen right now, but was there somebody that stood out to you a little bit more that you should have been like, wow, he didn't make it, or wow, he did make it?
Honestly, the Aaron Rodgers pick just confuses me.
It's so bad.
And I mean, sitting there right in front of you, the guy who's thrown the second most touchdowns in the league, Andrew Luck.
In the AFC.
Yeah, sorry, that's the AFC, but why is he not there?
I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me. What? Because Patty Mahomes is just like the most popular. The Pro Bowl is really like a popular, like, who's going to get us a little bit more money for the views type of a thing is really what I see in it now. The Seahawks will
Oakland,
upset
Denver
the
game.
chairs. 40 whiners did the Seahawks. I like it. Oakland, Denver game. Please right now don't say that junk. Okay. Sorry, Dennis. I'm trying to still like all these comments, and it's always just like, no, stop it. Wow, she made it how... Wow, did make it. How about be leading tackler in the NFL doesn't get to the Pro Bowl? Yeah, no, the leading tackler, what was his name? I know what you're talking about. We were talking about it before the show.
Oh, dang it.
We were talking about it before the show.
Crap.
I can't remember off the top of my head, though. But yeah, no, like the Andrew Luck situation, the leading tackler, what was the other dude's name? There was another guy that popped out at me that I was
Frank
like,
Clark?
Frank Clark. Yeah, Frank Clark on the Seahawks has way amounts of sacks, and he didn't make a sack a game.
Yeah.
Didn't make the playoffs or the Pro Bowl. Excuse me. Doesn't make sense to me.
Made the playoffs, yeah.
Well, they're going to make the playoffs, but they won't make it far in the playoffs.
Yeah, probably not.
But yeah, no, I'm very unimpressed with. How about the leading tackler in the NFL not making the pro? Yeah, that's what we were talking about. I can't remember. His phone is having issues. Sorry, it's okay, Dennis. I just can't remember what his name was. We were talking about it before.
Yeah.
And our off-screen guy's not here today, so we don't have somebody to pop it up. But yeah, no, I feel like maybe we weren't talking about it.
I don't think we brought him up.
Maybe we weren't. Darius Leonard.
There was another guy though from
there was somebody else we were talking
from
about.
the Colts that we were talking about, and I can't think of his name right now. But and also you put Aaron Rodgers in there. I'm like, okay,
yeah, what?
He has historically been a good quarterback, but that's not what the Pro Bowl is.
No, it should be the best of
this
the best.
year.
Yeah, the best of the best of the season.
Yeah, not what he's done in his career, because he has had a great career. I'm not saying anything.
I think this is his worst season.
I totally agree.
Why is this guy in the Pro
On the
Bowl?
flip side of that coin, I know it probably doesn't seem like it, but Russell Wilson he's close to throwing more touchdown passes than he has in any season before, and he has the highest QB rating of his entire career this year.
And Aaron Rodgers is in the Pro Bowl?
I don't know. I don't get it.
It's crazy. I don't understand it either.
It's kind of like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and then they put Milli Vanilli in it.
Yeah.
What the hell? But
I don't even watch the Pro Bowl anymore since they started doing like picks. You know what I'm talking about? They're like, you're on this team, you're on this team. They don't even do AFC, NFC anymore. They have
really?
two celebrities or past football players pick selected people for the Pro Bowl on their team. I don't know if they've changed the status since the last time I saw that.
I have honestly never sat down and watched the full.
Okay, it was the guy for the Colts. Maybe we were just reading it wrong, but it's Darius Leonard is from the Colts with 145 tackles and 7 sacks. I think
I don't know.
Frank Clark has more sacks than that. Not tackles, but more sacks.
I think
he might be, but I think he has like 15. It's almost at a sack a game. But whatever. Any more Pro Bowl talk you want to do?
Not really, because
I'm disappointed in the picks.
Yeah, I just saw that, and I saw you. I was like, why is Andrew Luck not in there? Why
is Aaron Rodgers in there?
Why is Aaron Rodgers in there?
Why is he in there over Russell Wilson? Why is it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I mean, it seems like even if ignore the Seahawks fan part of it.
I'm looking at stats.
Yeah. Just looking at stats from this year, Aaron Rodgers shouldn't be in the Pro Bowl.
No.
Sorry.
Take away the Russell Wilson aspect. There's better NFC quarterbacks than Aaron Rodgers.
Absolutely.
I think Trubisky should be in there before Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, this year, definitely.
Yeah. Anyway, we're at 1 hour and 3.
Okay.
I didn't want to
we don't want to just ramble
on, and we didn't write a whole bunch of stuff this week. Been a busy week. It's the holiday seasons, so we've been slam packed with a whole bunch of stuff. Yep. We don't even have our off-screen guy with us today. I still have the bat available if anybody was interested in donating. Every $3 that you donate, I have the autographed baseball bat by 9 different Seattle Mariners. If you're interested in donating, you can donate to NICK-EUBANKS-2, and that's on Venmo. Every $3 will get you an entry for the bat. That's supporting our channel. Our channel will be all of the money that goes to our podcast gets thrown right back into the production and quality of our podcast. And we're working on making merchandise right now. So hopefully you guys are interested in buying some merchandise from us, and we'll send it out to you guys if you help us out. We're working on trying to make some stuff. My aunt runs a coffee shop out there in Everett from the library in Everett. It's called Tabby's Coffee. If you go in there and tell her that you heard about her store from Talk Interference Sports, you will get a discount. Anything you wanted to talk about?
No, I'm good.
No plugs this time.
Well, I mean, if you guys want to check out, the Oscar Mike Foundation.
Oscar Mike Foundation. Tell me about the Oscar Mike Foundation again. Well, that was a good cause.
Yeah, it started by an Iraq veteran, and they go around and they try and provide opportunities for severely wounded veterans to play, competitions. They have a wheelchair rugby team. I think they also have a wheelchair basketball team. Don't quote me on that one. And they also raise money for people to go to the Spartan races and do stuff like that. So
support those troops.
Yeah. So that's a really, I think they're over $1 million donated to that, cause. So
yeah,
I don't have the I was going to write down their
website or whatever.
Website, yeah. But they are on Facebook, so if you just
look up the Oscar Mike Foundation.
Yeah, if you just go to
check them out.
Type into Facebook Oscar Mike, it'll come up and they'll have a link there. So check that.
No, we're both very tied to military backgrounds, and we definitely would like you guys to support that cause more than our cause, but we definitely don't mind a little bit of help over on our end, but go help out those troops. They definitely need that.
Yeah, definitely deserve it.
Always
support
those troops, man. I'm telling you. Holiday season is check out Jeff's basement, yo. Jeff got our week 4, something.
Week 3 or 4.
Something into our early development of the podcast. We had our first and only guest because nobody else has been on the show.
Except for Brett Boone.
Except for Brett Boone, but he wasn't physically here. Jeff joined us, and he has a podcast. It's called The Jeff's Basement. Or I don't even know if it's The Jeff's Basement. It's Jeff's Basement. Look it up on Facebook. He has a lot of whole different topics of conversation. If you want to listen to a whole bunch of political stuff, and he talks sports, he talks conspiracy theory stuff. Very interesting topics. I love listening to it. Go check it out. He has a lot of musical background as well. So if you're interested in the musical aspect as well, he's very diverse in conversation. The podcast is awesome. Go check that out. The Christmas season will hit before we show up again. So Merry Christmas to you as well, Dennis.
And to everybody.
Everybody else, Merry Christmas.
We will be on
next
Wednesday too. So.
Yep. So we will skip over the Christmas Eve gap there and hit right back on Wednesday.
Yep.
So we will be back 1 week from today, 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. We're Talk Interference Sports. We got a Facebook, a Twitter, an Instagram. Go check us out. Look for us. Grindr. We're everywhere. Grindr. We got it all. We got everything. We got a Tinder. We will hit you up on Tinder.
Christian Mingle.
We're here. We're sometimes queer if we're looking at Grindr. No,
He runs the grinder.
I run the grinder. We love you guys. Seriously, thank you for the support. Thank you for watching us week to week. Always, you guys seriously make it happen, and can't thank you enough. And that bat's still up for sale up for auction. I guess it is. I'm picking somebody random. Every $3 is an entry. So go look it up. Message me on Facebook. Message Game Changer. I'll respond back to you. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Don't message me. I won't.
$3 for every entry. Every $3 gets you one entry. Jay Buhner signed this bat, guys.
Ooh.
Jay Buhner. So we've got a few entries. So be on the lookout for it. Got anything else?
I'm good, man.
Love you guys.
Yep.
Catch you later. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.